problems on coordinate axis is what we're looking at in this video. It's split into 3 parts. So we're going to first start off by looking at questions like this one, where it has to find a missing corner of a rectangle, and then moving on to looking at a parallelogram, and then finally looking at halfway points. So the way my videos work, I'll do the example on the left, which is I do. You are then going to press pause, and I've got the example on the right, which is you do. I have linked the slides down below. So if you do want to follow along, you can print them off. So in this case, we've been told that we have a rectangle ABC. We've been given 3 points, and we've been asked what's the fourth coordinate. So the fourth coordinate must be there to make this a rectangle. And if I just draw that out, that would look something like this. Now the question does ask for the coordinates. So the coordinates of D are going to be 4, 1. So hopefully you've pressed pause and had a quick example on the right. So the coordinates here for D are going to be that one there. That makes it a rectangle, and the coordinates are 1, -1. Moving on, now this time we've not been given the points on the graph. We've been told what the points are. We need to plot them. So A is -1, 1. B is 1, 1. And C is 1, -2. So D, making it a rectangle, must be there. So the coordinates of D are -1, -2. And again, hopefully you've pressed pause and had a quick example on the right. So that would be A. And then B would be 0, -1, and then C would be 0, -3, which means D must be here, which is -4, -3. So here's some practice questions. Press pause and I'll go. Here are the answers. Mark your work. Now moving on, we're looking at a parallelogram. So we've been given some coordinates, 3 corners of a parallelogram, A, B, C, D. Now this bit is key. A, B, C, D. That's the order in which the dots connect. So if I connect these dots, they would connect like A to B and then B to C. So now in order to make this parallelogram, the coordinate must be there. So that now makes that a parallelogram, okay? So if you thought, so let me just plot that. If you thought you could put a point here and also make it a parallelogram, that's not quite right, because the way the dots connect is A, B, C, D. So you have to go from A to B, and then B to C, and then D, okay? So that is an important point that I'm making here. Yes, this also makes a parallelogram, but that's not right, okay? So it's important that you follow this. So hopefully you've pressed pause and had a good example on the right. Again, I would just do is, well, how do the dots connect? They connect A, B, and then B to C, because the question tells us parallelogram A, B, C, D. So that means D must be here. And apologies, I forgot to write the coordinates down on this one, so that would be along the corridor, which is a 3. And there's no movement in the Y. And again here, it'll be along the corridor, which is -5, and then down the stairs, so to speak. So moving on, now we've just been given the coordinates. We need to plot them on first. So 0, 4, that's A, 3, 4, that's B, 0, 1. That's there, so that is C. And again, if I connect these together, it would go A, B, and then B to C, which then means that D must be here. And then the coordinates for that is -3, 1. And again, hopefully you've pressed pause and had a quick example on the right. So we have -2 and 3 for A. We have 1 and 3 for B. We have 3 and -2 for C. And again, if I connect these together, they go A to B, then we go B to C. And you can already see what that looks like. So that means that D is going to be there, which is 0 in the x-axis and -2 in the y-axis. Again, here's some practice questions. Press pause and have a go. Here are the answers. Mark your work. And now moving on, we've been asked to find, we've been told that point C is the same distance from point A and B. What are the possible coordinates of C? So we have point A and point B. Now halfway is right there. So we know that this is the halfway point. So that can be one of the coordinates. But it asks for 2 possible coordinates. Now, as long as the coordinates halfway, it can be anywhere along this line, okay? So it can also be here, or here, or here, or here, anywhere along this line. They've just asked for 2, so I'm just going to rub the rest off. So I'm just going to use these 2. So my answer is going to be 2, 3, and 3, 3. Okay, the value of y does not change because the line's vertical. So on this side, the line is horizontal. Now halfway between this line is right there. There's 2 squares to the left and right. So you know any point along this line is halfway. So I will use this point, and if I write the coordinates down, so the x value now doesn't change because the line's horizontal. So that's 3, 2, 3, and 2, 4. So here's some practice questions. Press pause and have a go. Here are the answers. Now, if you would like some more practice on this, I have got a full worksheet on this, links down in the comments below. And if you found this video useful, I've got loads of other content in this exact same format. Do check it out.